I'm Cammie Kim Lin. I'm a Clinical Assistant Professor of Liberal Studies. My sister and I have written a cookbook. It's called Serious New Cook, and it's really written for young adults. It's kind of a YA crossover cookbook in a sense, which is a genre that has not existed before, by the way. It's meant to be a book for, in particular, young people, but actually any beginner, even intermediate cook of any age. So my goal writing the cookbook was primarily to bridge that gap between kind of basic beginner cookbooks and these more exciting, inspiring cookbooks. The thing we're trying to do is to show cooks that you can make food that appeals to a sophisticated palate, and sometimes that's in a complex recipe, but it also can just be sophisticated flavors. Another thing I hope the cookbook does is to help bring new cooks into this important conversation about the ethics, the cultural issues, social issues, even environmental issues related to food and foodways. And also to introduce them to cuisines from around the world that they might not be already exposed to or already familiar with. I think that the effect that that can have on a reader is that it can really open them up to new, not just new tastes, but new stories, new understandings about people and culture. Working with my kids, and when I say my kids, I mean my teenagers, but also my students at NYU, was probably the most fun part for me. Every time I would come into class with photos and samples and spreads and ask for opinions from students, we would have very vigorous conversations. And those conversations were fun and engaging and helped me to connect with my students in ways that I might not have otherwise. And they also really helped me to learn a lot about the process.